Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest.
Santa Teresa is a place of faith and ritual. An hour's drive southeast of Alice Springs, this old Catholic mission town has a strong spirit.
The first time I seen this place, it was just like a heaven, like a place where I can raise my kids,
But in recent years, Santa Teresa residents haven't felt so peaceful living here as a battle looms over their government housing.
We've been fighting for 5-6 years for that, and it's pretty hard.
Father of 4, Charlie Lynch and his neighbours have joined a major class action against the NT government. 3/4 of households are suing, claiming they waited years for emergency repairs on the houses they live in.
You gotta be strong inside, in your heart, You gotta talk and fight, for your right.
Charlie is trying to grow grass because dirt gets into the house, and in winter the family has to go outside to use the toilet and shower. Inside it's not much better.
We got the water, every time the water comes through here.
The family of 6 has outgrown the house, so Charlie sleeps in the kitchen.
Thanks, Charlie.
Lawyers for the residents allege 600 maintenance requests in Santa Teresa went ignored.
We have clients that have tried for years to get their repairs attended to. We have clients that are worried about the health and safety of their children in these houses, and it causes them a great deal of stress.
Most of Santa Teresa's concrete houses were built decades ago by the federal government and are now showing their age.
It's not run at the standard of public housing in other areas of Australia. It's at a standard much below.
Local mum Jasmine CAVANAGH was born in Santa Teresa. She still lives in her childhood home in the centre of town.
From the inside was flooding and overflowing here too.
For years, Jasmine says the plumbing was blocked and sewage and water was running through her home.
It would sort of like go straight into the walls and flood the kitchen. So me and my partner would get up every 3-4 hours just to clean up.
How were you feeling about it?
Felt stressed and angry.
And now the Northern Territory government is counter-suing, claiming some residents didn't maintain the homes and owe an enormous amount of rent.
The average debt across the community was $21,000 per household. We were shocked.
Direct debits weren't paid and poor administration surrounding automatic payment collections meant residents were unaware. Did you know that your rent had fallen behind?
No, I didn't know anything. But they was taking it out of for the rent. I didn't know anything about that.
Some residents were then signed up for debt repayments by the NT government. They say they didn't understand.
We need to have communities taking responsibility for their housing, so looking at paying the rents.
Warren Mundine is heading up the federal government's new Indigenous Business and Economic Advisory Council. One of his jobs is to look at new initiatives to boost Indigenous employment.
I understand the situation we're in because this is how we've been operating for the last 50 years.
He says the system needs drastic change so that communities can upskill and become self-reliant.
You also got to build capacity for those people in those housing and for that community to start looking after their own houses. And so that's a big cultural change of sitting there waiting for someone, a plumber or electrician or someone to fly in.
The NT Housing Minister Jerry McCarthy declined a request for an interview, but says 93 houses have been repaired since the legal action was launched. The government plans to hand tenancy management to local companies to help residents manage rents. Annie Young is a respected elder in Santa Teresa. She's angry about the rental debts that have accrued.
A lot of money. Some people lower car price.
Tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
How did that affect them when they found out they had these
that
debts?
affected them really badly, and it's sad and really worrying. I'm paying $80 a fortnight.
And what does that leave you with?
$40.
$40 per fortnight?
Why should I pay that rent if I haven't got a room in the house?
And where do you sleep at the moment?
I sleep in the room with my grandson, my teenage grandson.
If they win the court case next week, the residents will seek compensation. Whatever the result, this case could set a precedent for public housing in remote communities.
That's not good, we got to have a stable home and a really good home.